I'm a nice guy, right? And I think that's put me in trouble a lot. So, like, okay, what do you want to have? Because I know how to cook as well. So I'm like, oh yeah, just be a comfortable person.
You've gotten a housemate.
Then homegirl goes, let's take a walk. I'm like, to where? She's like, let's just go to the estate gate. And I say, why? She's like, oh, because I want to tell the security people that I'm going to be living here now.
I said, yeah, I've got a housemate. I said it.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your favorite podcast man back again. I'm Michael Scenario.
And I'm Mura Welcome.
And you are welcome to MENISMS. We are out here back again with another one. Thank you guys that are always tuning in, that are also subscribing to our channel. We appreciate you. Make sure you go check out MENISMS on all our audio platforms. And keep rocking with us because we rock with you. We appreciate you. How you doing, my G?
Good.
Always.
You're
You're hanging. As you can see, we have a guest here with us here today. I'm going to let him introduce himself to the people and say who you are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Adekunle. For everybody who watch Big Brother, most of them dub me as Big Brother's junior brother, or maybe Big Brother himself.
Right, the voice-wise.
The voice. Okay. I was about to say the voice. Okay, yeah. So like we said, welcome to the show, obviously.
Thank you for having me.
We have a rule on MENISMS, as we always like to say, be yourself. This is just a conversation show. We
can't be
as
anybody
guys
else.
as we are, so
I can't be anybody else, even if I try to.
Love that, man. So yeah, Murray, before we get into stuff, how have you been now? It's been a little while since we recorded, so life has been going on, but how's your week been?
It's been so everyone. I think again, as much as we want to say that these elections are not leaving an imprint, they are, right? And as much as you want to keep running away, the news keeps coming to you as well. So sometimes it's a mood dampener, but I guess we're also trying to just figure our way around, just navigating Lagos and Nigeria generally. Okay. As it is, so I guess I can't really say like it's exciting times, but we're getting back.
What about you? How's your week been, man?
I've had a pretty interesting week, actually. For some weird reason, this is very weird, but I'm kind of like running away from work.
We've all been there,
which is weird.
Some of us are there right now.
Like previous week, it was just back to back, and I also started going to the gym. So having to add that to my schedule, then still meeting up with the gym, because my my trainer is not letting me have it easy. He's like, right. Bro, where are you? You need to do this. You need to do that, and he's actually pretty bum. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be like you.
You don't want to be one of those macho over macho.
No, I'm
fair enough.
See.
Can't be me you're pointing at, so
but I mean, for me, real quick, it was a good week. It was a horrible week.
Want to talk about it? This is a safe space.
Wow.
You want to talk about it?
See that? You just gave him the code. He's giving it back to you.
He opened the door. Thank you. We had a tough week. Again, to all the people that watch the show, if you follow Sunday last year, we apologize. We had to postpone our event that was going to be at Breeze because the venue had some issues. So we apologize for that. But we're going to come back even stronger. That's not an issue. We're still going to have Sunday last year, so we out here. So we good. Also, at the same time, it was just, like I said, it was just work stress. And then I know I hurt my knee as an old man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm 30, yo. I'm 30. Like, if anybody knows me, I'm an athlete. You can't hold me. You can't touch. Like, I'm out here. But you see, this one that touched me, I can't lie to you, put a whole different perspective, man. When I was in the hospital, again, I went to the hospital, I was just sitting down there in the MRI just saying, God, you're not 21 anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it put some humility in me that I just had to, reevaluate life. But we good. Again, we out here.
I feel like you're the one who has felt this 30 more than
I have felt it more because, bro, in my head, I'm still going. I'm still young, but we're there. Apart from that, in Lagos, to be fair, things were happening in Lagos, to be fair. Like, even this Easter weekend was packed. Shout out to a few people. Shout out to Faji. There was a Mapiano district on Friday, and they did the thing. Was packed. Homecoming was just yesterday. Well, it was Sunday actually, and homecoming was packed. Shout out to TZ and all the native boys out there. Like, we had this man Odumodu. Like, but I was so jealous because I couldn't make it because I was supposed to even go and do media for them. Then my knee was just messed up, and I'm like, Maiwa, you have to make an adult decision. Because you've been standing all day, because my cousin's wedding was the day before. So it's if I now go stand again, my knee's messed up. I was like, I had to just watch it from home. I'm just seeing everybody do like they can rise.
This is crazy. So he just even said something that kind of sparked the tweet that I saw over the weekend. So he just said, oh, that's true, it was Easter. Now, somebody tweeted and said, is it them or this particular Easter weekend or this Easter this year just wasn't as exciting? Like, even for the kids, even like stuff happened, but I mean like the Easter spirit, like, you know.
Like it still didn't feel like, even though it was a break, it didn't feel like it was Easter.
Like, okay, look at now, the Easter weekend is over, and even I didn't talk about my Easter weekend. That's to let you know. I don't even think it has to do with the holiday. I think it has to do with what you started off with, it's like post-election. Everyone is still kind of in that, you know, grey cloud.
It's not. I feel like it takes time. Again, it's not. Do you know why? Let's be all honest. Because that swearing in is still coming up.
So everybody,
that is like, because right now there's still tension. Like, you see,
what's happening, what's not happening.
So like until that swearing, that is like, oh yeah, we all have to, unfortunately or fortunately, accept it.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, we could talk about different things, but we just want to go into the comments real quick that you guys have been sending us. We appreciate you guys for sending this in. We've been getting a lot of comments, and make sure you keep sending them in. And again, make sure you go subscribe to all our audio platforms and channels, and watch us, of course, if you're watching this consistently. But we got 2 different questions and statements. I'm gonna let Muriwa start off with the first one.
All right. So the first one says, hello, Michael and Murawa. Thank you for taking up this brave challenge to be exceptionally honest about the experiences men encounter. Thank you. Or you're welcome. Yeah. And now the person goes further to say, so I imagine it's a she. So the person says, you just saved my home from a divorce. Okay, let's find out how. I have been married for 14 years to a very kind gentleman. However, from my lessons on your podcast, I came to realize how little I knew about men. I have never understood how men think, process, and emotionally regulate. I watched every episode in January 2023, and I had to take up the responsibility to apologize, rebuild, repair, and reconnect with my husband. Our divorce was conditionally pronounced on the 2nd of February 2023. However, we have both declined to hold off on the final decree absolute. You guys are very intelligent with timeless yet relevant wisdom. Think about starting and finishing school for men. That's interesting. Starting a finishing school for men, or writing a cheat sheet for single ladies. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Yeah. So, aside your podcast and the Black Table Show, no one really talks in interest of men. If you're in need of a mentor, you can search Mr. Leke Alda. I think you guys would make a great team. May your destiny be preserved and your relevance be beyond money and fame. Thank you very much. First of all, come on. So for me, I think that's a big win. So again, I mean, congrats to whoever that was for, you know, working on the marriage.
Congrats. Wait, so it depends on the perspective. Because even me, I can't lie. I'm as happy as I am. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, you know my own brain is funny. When they said, "Oh, thank you for my divorce," I don't want to be responsible for anybody's divorce.
Yeah, no. So
but you helped save the marriage.
For fixing the divorce.
Oh, fixing.
Yeah. So the problem was that they were ready to divorce. So we saved the home from a divorce.
That is actually deep. I'm sorry. I really was taken aback. Like that I appreciate you, whoever said that. Like, thank you. Like, that's actually mad though.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
that's an interesting story if you're coming from having a rough week. This is an uplift.
So I guess we're not the only ones having a rough. Well, we weren't having a rough until now. So this is pretty interesting, and I think again we keep saying we're not love doctors. We don't have any degree in these things, right?
I'm still figuring shit out. I can't lie to you guys.
Exactly, we're just sharing experiences, but I'm pretty glad that we're able to reach out to people to actually take effect of these in their actual daily lives, because it makes me feel good to know that someone would listen to what I say and try to put that into action in their life, and it actually makes good impact, because a lot of what we say is not to spike up any kind of hatred or even pick any demographic and say that's our preference. We're just trying to let everyone know that for every aspect of life there are people who have gone through certain things you'll be able to relate with. Now, how we were able to address ourselves in those situations is what we share. And so if you think, if you were in my position, but you would have done things differently, now you've heard how I did it and what the outcome was for me. And then I guess that's how this ripple effect has now gotten to this person. And, she's thought to herself, okay, you know what? They said they did this. Let me give it a shot.
And
Right.
I will say to people though, like obviously there's a lot of good in it, like you just said. Like
Yeah.
it's a blessing. I can never take. Every day is still a shock to me. But the one thing I always do say to people, you know me, I'm always just a realist with the compliments. It's just that you can't take our own words or experiences now and base that off a general truth, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because this social media is a very scary thing. It's good and bad. And obviously for us now that we've built a platform that we have an influence, and like we say, we share our personal stories. That's why a lot of times we say from our perspective or our story. And that's why a lot of times we have to remind our viewers about like our stories, where we come from, because that's going to explain the perspective. But again, that doesn't mean that's the general view of every single man or every single woman, or that's not, we don't, some things we say don't apply to every woman or every man. However, if you take that perspective, the whole thing is always making it your own in terms of, it's like life. You take certain things from parts of your life you experience, then you make a conscious decision about, okay, this is how I want to move, this is how I want to think, this is my perspective on something. So, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's like a pressure sort of, like when you think about it, and I'm sure you can relate to it. And that's something like even we're going to talk about later, is just like societal pressures and stuff, because obviously all of us here now have a platform, or you've been on Big Brother, we've started MENISMS, other stuff, and it's like a lot of things you now say can be taken in one way, in one perspective.
In
So
fact, actually, I have so much I want to say on that one. Well, I think so. Okay, so we have one more. Yeah, we have one more. Yeah.
All right,
Let's not
next
leave that
one. Again, shout out to you who sent that last comment. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Do you have real or fake name? Michael, what's the chance? The person's name is Michael. Shout out to you. I have a question. I stay with my grandma and I don't want to be spending on hotel bills. What's you guys' opinion?
No, you have.
He's talking about sneaking.
What's your opinion on sneaking girls in? I have no.
Okay, so first of all, this is funny because I have a personal experience on. I mean, I was much younger. This was a long time ago.
Stop lying.
Very long time ago.
Actually, wait, yeah, you're not lying because at this point, fair.
So, but at the stage of life where I was still having to think about sneaking, girls in, I remember this one time, very long time ago. I was 21 or 20, I think. So I was dating my, girlfriend back in uni at the time, and so we had this weekend break, right? So I decided to go home, but she didn't want to go home. So you know the way the uni thing is, when you're in a private school, you're either going back to your parents and then you're restricted, or you decide to go stay with a friend, but let your parents know you're still in school, type of thing. Just find a way to run it. So she wanted to be out having fun, right, but not want to go back home. So, and me being the boyfriend, right, I think she said that maybe the person she was meant to stay with kind of flunked on her, and she's kind of stranded. And of course, as the boyfriend, I have to kind of come through, right? Mm-hmm. So I was not thinking. I sat. I thought. So I was living with my parents at the time, but I think it was just me and them. And I think maybe my last brother. So my other brothers were in boarding school at the time. So it was just me and my parents. Everyone else was in school. So I started thinking, I'm like, I can run this. And so I came up with this, obviously not so smart idea now that it has happened, to, to sneak her in. So we have there's a guest room in the house that is kind of, away from the rest of the house, right? So it's very easy to navigate every other part of the house without having to go to the guest room. See what I'm saying? So somebody could be living in the guest room for 3 days, and it's very possible you wouldn't know because you don't just have any business with that side of the house. And so I thought to myself, okay, so I mean, thinking now, it sounds like it makes sense. She said she only needs to be there one night, right? And then she'll now reach out to the person the next day. And I said, okay, that means it doesn't sound that hard. And so, I kind of timed it well, made sure that she would come just before my parents got back home. And then I set everything up. Just, I even made sure that I locked the room from outside. So even if anyone was trying to venture into the room, they just lock and they just forget about it. And so to me, my plan had a solid plan. I think at about 10, 11 p.m., my parents are back by then. Everybody was trying to shut down for the night and whatnot. Now, of course, I had to make sure that, she still has something to eat. So, of course, this being my girlfriend now, she now said, oh, am I just going to leave her? I say, God. No, at the time, I didn't say, God, I beg. At the time, I was like, oh, no. I'll come down and I'll stay. So after I finished locking up the house and my parents had gone to bed, and I came down to the guest room, and, I was like, okay, you know what? I'll be here like an hour with you. Everyone else has gone to bed. I'll be here like an hour, and then I'll go back to my room. So I'm like, okay, cool, no worries. This is around 12 a.m. Next thing, I just heard a knock.
Well, your mom came in and now disrupted.
I just heard a knock. No, you wouldn't even ask me what time this knock was.
And like, well, you said like
no, I think it was already. I think he slept off.
Oh, you slept off.
I think he slept.
Bro, I woke up at 4:30.
Mistake.
Now,
Well
the kind of mother I have, she's the kind of mother who just randomly at 3 o'clock, and I think a lot of Nigerian mothers are like that. Just randomly 3 o'clock, just wake up and walk around the house. Even dads, a lot of Nigerian dads are like that. Just wake up, walk around the house, and just check everybody's room and just whatever, So, I think they had gone into my room and didn't see me in my bed. So of course, it's not like there was any panic, but it's like, okay, wonder where he is. And of course, my mom, being the thorough person she is, she had checked everywhere and decided to check the guest room door. It wasn't opening, and the key obviously wasn't in the. I locked it from inside this time, so the key wasn't opening it up, and she started figuring out what's going on. So I didn't know what to do. I panicked the hell out. Like, I wasn't sure what to do, and so I just told my girlfriend to just keep quiet, like literally not move.
I've done that shit for this. Okay,
literally not move.
Noise. I'm right here. No.
And my mom kept knocking. Murray. I just kept quiet because there was no way I could answer and say I was in the room, because she would definitely walk into the room and try to find out like what else is going on there. So I just kept quiet and waited for her to like maybe be tired and leave. And then she left. And then I managed to kind of come out and then lock the door again. And then she now goes, oh, where was I? I said, oh, I was outside. I just, mentioned something. And then she said, oh, now where's the keys to the guest room? I said, oh, I don't know. Last I saw was at the door. Obviously, it was with me in my pockets. And so she left the matter. Now, fast forward to later on that morning. I was not with my dad, just talking. And then he goes,
yeah,
don't ever try that again.
I was going to say that.
Now I was
parents
like,
always know.
Yeah.
Why they caught you like that?
No, but
there's a way
they always know. So the thing is, maybe because I'm older
when
now.
People say that though, I feel like they actually don't.
I promise you they do. Maybe because
why do you say that?
Maybe because I'm older now, right? There's sometimes I've tried to move in a sneaky way, right? When I'm younger and I'm moving, that I'm thinking, you know what, I'm the Nami sharp pass. Nobody can figure this out. Then I have younger ones doing the same, and I'm like,
really, you don't think I'm
So how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 younger brothers.
So you're the oldest of 3.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 3. But it's not even about what my younger brothers did.
It's about even people
just
younger
when you see
than them,
people moving generally. And the way I operate or the way I move, I just try to always take a step back in every environment that I am, just to see how things shape out, how things figure out. I remember when we were younger and we had DSTV. Initially at the time, it had like a parental control guide. And myself and my younger brother, we thought we were the smartest kids on the block, because my parents would go to work, then they would put the parental control so you can't watch certain channels. But then whenever they're putting the password on the remote, when they come back, myself and my younger brother were behind them, watching them put it. So we thought they didn't know. But in hindsight, when you fast forward to I'm holding the thing and someone is behind me, obviously I know.
You're looking at.
So when you think about parents actually always know, sometimes they just.
So it's like, the reason I say they don't know is like, if you are, like I said, it depends on you as a person. Like, I know my mom always figures out stuff, but the thing is, me, unfortunately, I've always just been a troublemaker, but like in a way. So there's some things I did that she didn't know, but there's other people that will know that I had to keep quiet. So for example, like me now in my house now, I know I had my brothers at one point. There's like, them boys know, but it's like, okay, my mom don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you have accomplices, it's easier.
Exactly.
So like, my mom didn't. It was my dad that clocked.
Okay, so your dad was.
My mom was my mom.
But
what if my mom? What if
this
story would have been so different?
My mom was caught me once.
Yeah, so
my mom's actually like caught me. Like, she knocked on the door. Like, she even knocked. She just walked in. And
I'm sorry?
There's also no,
Excuse
nothing.
me?
Luckily, nothing was happening.
Okay.
Luckily.
No sipping for now.
But it was like more of just, we just laying, like, long time ago. A long time. But you were laying down and stuff. I'm thinking.
And those kind of laying that
Are you the
you
first
just
child?
know.
Oh, yeah.
Are you the first child?
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
by
So
10.
all of us-
I'm even the oldest by 10 years. So it's
I
like,
don't-
my mom and I even have like a brother, son, like brother, sister at times relationship was mom, son. But this one day, I slept. And the funny thing is, to answer this guy's question, he was talking about like, oh, what do you guys do about it? See, let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret right now.
Except you're G's
I'm
with
going
your
to give a
grandmother.
secret to the young boys right now to give you some free game. Girls are lying to you. If she likes you, she would do anything for you.
Someone
What do I
told-
mean
someone
by
told
that?
me this
What do I
recently.
mean by that? I know
Someone told me this
back in
recently.
the day, I know how many baddies at that time when I did streets that year. And let me not even say baddies. Let me say at least even the guy I like. They'll always say, I will never, spend the night at a guy's house that doesn't have. It's like, and then that same girl will go and say what to you? I can't believe I'm doing this. This is the first time I'm doing this. Oh, don't worry, baby girl. We here together. Because even me, like, there was one time I had to tell like some of my young guys because they ask me these questions about, oh, if you don't have your own yard and all this. Like me, I can afford hotels and all that.
Right.
But even me, it's like, am I really doing hotels? Because it's not a cheap thing I'm doing with the girl. You get, if I'm seeing the girl, especially, it's like, okay, for even me to bring you to my house, that means I actually like you. Okay, fine. Because I can go to your house too. Like, some girls have their own places already. Like, fair enough. Like me, my money goes, at least I don't need to move. I stay in a nice area. I'm okay there. I have my own businesses. I'm good. Okay, worst case, I stay with my family. I'm saving. But I know, obviously, as a guy, there's that intimidation. Like, if I don't get my own yard, those hotels. But then it's like, I don't treat you. You ain't like no hoe, not respectfully. So I don't need you. Oh yeah, come to my house. But the only thing is, that's even going to test the character of a girl you're with,
right?
Now, because if she's one of those girls, I'm staying. That's why I said girls will lie. Because I know anybody. If it's another dude, they will not answer that guy. But she likes you. She go there with you. You two go sneak out.
She'll be like, where's your mom? Where's your mom? Is your mom going out soon? I know this now.
We understand. Like, that's why I said real guys understand this now.
Easy.
Yo, is your mom? In fact, the best was if she knows your mom is around now, even in the morning, just go and check.
Yes, now. Oh, no, easily.
For some weird reason, I can't relate to this, but
really,
personally, I can't relate to personally.
You never snuck a girl in your house?
No. So from uni, right after uni, I've almost been living alone.
Oh, okay.
So there's no need to.
There's no need to have to.
Yeah, but I did get my ass.
Some of us.
But again, shout out to guys. Don't be ashamed. Do it, but obviously save your money smartly because hotels are a waste of money. Imagine paying every time you want to link with a girl. Hotel. It's
but
a waste.
I think this person's problem is not. I think this person already even has the girl that wants to come to the house.
Yeah,
I think the problem is his grandma.
Yeah, no, but I never met any of my grandparents, but I think grandparents are always pretty chilled, especially with their grandkids.
No. It depends on what it is they're being chilled about. Because if you are bringing a babe home,
your grandmother.
I've only ever brought one
normally
girl to my grandmother's house, and that's my ex. That was my girlfriend of years. That my grandmother knew. Even us speaking, my grandmother knew this is the girlfriend that's been here for years.
If it's girlfriend,
I ain't bringing no random girl now.
I don't think it
Hell
sounds
no.
like girlfriend. It just sounds like a girl he wants to see.
And the grandma's probably the guardian.
Exactly. I mean, that's the only reason he's even saying that. Oh, my grandma is. I live with my grandma. So
yeah, that's a bit technical, bro.
It's technical. So
what's the solution for homeboy?
I mean, it depends on the level. If look,
and his grandma, so grandma's not really going out.
Or maybe you should just look for one of his guys.
I mean, to be fair, it's easier technically because at least you'll be sleeping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
there's that. So we should tell him to time when his grandma is sleeping.
Advice for the guys: be careful of the kind of girl you are bringing to your house, whether mother or grandmother, because that's why I said even me that I've done it. We've all had this case. Have this ever happened to you? You brought the wrong girl to your house.
Yes.
And you just be regretting it.
Yes.
You'll be regretting it instantly.
Yes.
And you're like, this was not worth the suffering I'm going to face.
Mine was not even, I was afraid of anybody. I genuinely want to hear this gist, but I'm saying mine wasn't even a case of, that there was any other person else. It was just me. And said lady comes over to the house. She said she needed somewhere to stay because she was doing something on the island. And that's fine. And I'm a nice guy, right? And I think that's put me in trouble a lot. So, what do you want to have? Because I know how to cook as well. So I'm like, just be a comfortable person.
You've gotten a housemate.
Then homegirl goes, let's take a walk. I'm like, to where? She's like, let's just go to the estate gate. And I say, why? She's like, because I want to tell the security people that I'm going to be living here now.
I said, I've got a housemate. I said this.
Wait, what?
I am telling you.
No, I'm sorry, you guys know that one. I've
been there.
You're staying in my house or what? Sorry.
To be honest, right after this experience, I started to gauge the kind of people that I bring over to my space.
And even who you're nice to.
Yeah.
They know once you're nice. Like,
no, my weakness is because I'm a nice guy.
To the young boys, again, that's why you got to play the game. Make sure she got her own place.
I think for this particular guy, definitely, he sounds young. I mean, he sounds young, so maybe like in his early 20s. And people around his age would not regularly just have their own places. We're not talking about those guys. We're saying regularly, please. Not talking about people that are
my Gen Z babies aren't making money out here. What are you trying to say?
See, that discussion is not.
What are you trying to say about the Gen Z? Like they're making money.
Let me just break it. Homeboy should do what we did when we were younger. If you don't have a place, find you.
Yeah,
that's what.
What do you mean?
So back then, people used to go to the mango tree.
To where?
Somewhere in the forest. Back. I'm going way back. I'm going way back.
Maybe we shouldn't take him that way.
We're going way back. But when you come to, when I was younger, obviously I couldn't take anybody into my house because my parents were there. I would usually just look for maybe a dark corner or something.
So okay, so you know what?
Or you should do it in
So I
school.
think my best advice for him is, depending on the relationship you have with your grandma, be honest. Like, let her know you're bringing a baby. Don't tell her, don't be honest all the way, obviously, but be honest, let her know you're bringing a baby in, and that, that you just like a bit of privacy, that, nothing weird is gonna
Wait,
happen.
are you actually being real when you heard yourself? Like, are you two boys? Like, can you have that conversation? Just tell your, hi, grandma.
But that's the
I
thing.
just want you to know there's one girl that's coming
Put your
here.
grass sit down somewhere. But you know the funny thing is this. I know that it sounds crazy, and if I was younger, I wouldn't have done it. But because I've been younger and I wasn't honest, I know what the results are now.
And because I was younger and I lied. See, it saves you a lot of stress.
Look at this.
But no, okay, I agree. I get what you're saying, and it's right. That's what you're saying.
But it now depends on if he has the chest to do it. If they advised me that, I'll just say thank you and I'll never do it.
Do you know the trump card I played on my? Do you know?
But I would advise you. But I would advise you to tell the truth.
There was a trump card I played, but I'll leave that one. I had to play reverse, because sometimes you have to play the game reverse psychology on them. Just make sure, like, say, hey, mom, at least a girl. Because
yeah, I did. God bless you. Actually, that's below the belt, but it's a.
But you get what I'm saying, because and the funny thing is, it happens for girls too, because even one of my girlfriends.
So I think let's catch him up to speed. So basically, what he's talking about is playing on the "I'm not gay" card.
Yep.
Africa. Hey, if you're about Nigerian parents in particular.
What do you mean? He lived outside Nigeria for a while.
No, I mean even here.
Yeah, it was here.
See,
In America now, if we talk about
parents
the gay topic now, it's a very sensitive topic in America. So in America now, it wasn't really brought up. But in Nigeria, Africa now that we are, your parents, the first thing, especially you're not gay.
Let me tell you. I see they love. See this game. I played it so hard. See, I squeezed it. So the minute they try to tell you, you're just being with girls. I'm like, okay, so would you rather I be with boys instead? Because I've been feeling that way. See, I'll tell you, the silence you'll get.
I think my mom, I used to be an athlete, so I was around men all the time in uni. So my mom would just see me, and the worst part, uni times now, I'm with my teammates, we're hugging up each other, and that time, the topic was not as sensitive, but my mom just seeing pictures of me and my boys. I remember there's one time we all went to Spain together, like me and my boys, and you see, unfortunately, like, we just used to be some alcoholics, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to the Hull Sharks, we know what it is. But there's one day we went to the beach, everybody's just drunk as hell. One of my boys is he's a linebacker. This guy was wearing a dress on the beach, just drunk, having a good time.
A dress.
And we made a music video on the
beach. Like a dress?
I'm telling you, I will post it. Like, we now made a freestyle on the beach and all that. My mom saw it. My mom was just calling me.
She called you, Maya, come please.
Maya, what are you doing in Spain?
Did she pray for you?
No. That day, she's just like, what are you doing in Spain? I'm seeing somebody was a dress. What was going on? I said, what? I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what are you talking? And I can understand you're seeing 7, 8 grown men and one guy in a dress just going like this and all that. It's like, no. That trump card, that trump.
It works. See, so again, because we're still advising the young man here, if you have to lie,
be smart.
You can tell one, don't lie, just be manipulative. That's not good advice.
What?
But this is what we're doing. You just
I need to say something.
Don't put words in my mouth.
We haven't actually advised.
Don't lie, but
we've not advised this boy yet. We've not given him an answer.
You know my advice. Don't do it. Just wait till you have a guy's place.
Yeah, call one of your guys.
Is too sensitive. I think get a hotel, bro. It's grandma.
Yeah,
it's grandma. Don't do it. It's grandma.
If
this was momsy, if you take that charge with your momsy, but grandma, get a hotel.
Yeah. And not just that, because if it's grandma finds you, then mom's still gonna catch the heat. And then
you're insulting her mother.
Exactly. No. So it's like, so this is what my daughter is teaching you. Don't worry, I'll talk to your mother. Then your mother will not come and laugh.
And then the shame gets brought upon your mother that her mother has to see you're bringing woman to her. No.
Except you're about to marry her, she's not worth it. So don't worry. Wait till you get a guy's place. A friend's place or your place.
You see, you have caused controversy on this show, young man, Michael, whoever you are. Like, that's even me. I don't.
This is just a very simple question.
It's a very simple question.
It's a simple question, but not.
But there's no simple answer to it.
There's no simple answer. Do you know how stressful that is? Like, imagine. I just thought of a scenario now. Imagine, what about if you're home with a babe, right, and she doesn't tell you that her popsy is around?
What do you mean? What if?
No, it's happened.
So this one has happened to me before. But this one has happened to me before.
That you are just there in the house and she doesn't even say anything about the popsy. Then one minute he just
shout her name.
You just hear Oh, okay. Yours was different.
Yes.
Bro, they had to hide me. He pulled in.
Yeah,
They
I had
they
to
hit
hide
me too.
I had to hide too. Wait, where did you hide?
I was in the cabinet. I was in the
Where-
wardrobe.
Where
Wardrobe was
did
everything. else.
you
Bro, I can't even remember. Like me, I'm the kind of person, unfortunately, and this is actually bad. If there's trouble there, I act on impulse. I don't even think. Like, see, something can happen right
You're
now.
actually the worst person- you're the worst
I'm
person
the
to
worst. So
have,
that's why I
yes.
said, even me. Once I just heard, oh shit, my dad's here. I was already
And
gone. I don't remember where I hid.
I feel like they all say it the same way. It's always the oh shit, my dad
is here.
It's
And it's like,
always,
so
oh,
wait,
shit.
why didn't you think about this beforehand? Me coming and you're putting me
I
at
think you
risk
guys, I
now.
think you guys had it pretty nice. So for me, it was a case of it was just me and
Don't
her
tell
in
me
the
they
house.
tell you to jump out the window, please.
No,
Okay.
thankfully, but the house was big, so
Yeah.
it's saving grace. Her brothers first came into the house.
Jesus Christ, that's
Two
a
brothers.
big one.
And then she goes, just hide, just hide.
Just hide. What do you mean just hide? Like this is your house.
Then we found one corner that leads into the kitchen. I just knew I was like this for the longest time.
and you can't move. See,
And I was
even
just
if
like
they
this.
didn't tell you to don't move, you are.
And I
you
was
are
just
there.
like this. And then her brothers come and they're like, you know what, when they go into their room for some weird reason, they decided not to go to their room.
It's always that time.
So they just decided to have a come and I was just there panicking.
Was this like kitchen, lounge area? Like,
It was still downstairs.
Okay.
And I think, I was still in my first year in uni back then, so it was way younger. Then her dad comes in. But for the dad, it was a case of, the gates. No, horn, gates. Driver will open the door. So there are different layers. Then your heart is...
and you're not sure. You're like, okay, wait, is this now going to come in?
You know when you're in that dark corner,
her
you're
dad-
just saying the door.
Then her dad is a lawyer, and I'm like, shit, I'm going,
Ah.
going to jail. And then he comes and they were like, then she tells her brothers that I'm here. Then her brothers were like, okay, we'll help you out.
That was okay. So I see how that ended up playing.
I'm like,
a
we'll
little
help you
better.
out.
Yeah,
So when
yeah,
the
yeah.
dad came, they just found a way to just take him
Drag him in,
straight.
yeah.
So the moment he came out, just like,
In fact, there's nothing she wants to tell you then that is enticing. Just
this
let me
this
go home,
gets
please.
messed up.
Do you know what's
We didn't have a phone back then. But I wasn't on my phone for some weird reason. So I had to go very far away to like the next street. I was just waiting. Because I'm like, I can't be paranoid. So I was thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe if the dad goes to his room, he'll start searching from the window. So I just wanted to go
Just
far
out
away.
of
So I couldn't call her
sight,
to
yeah.
say, where are you and everything. I was just waiting. I'm like, are you going to come back? Are you not going to come? I was just waiting. And she eventually comes and I'm like, yeah. Then I think she said to come to your house, come to my house again. I'm like, nope.
As in,
Do
you know what's
I mean, one
sick?
experience.
You know
once
what?
it happens,
You know
that's the
what's
end
sick
for me.
about what he
traumatized.
said? I used to love that kind of excitement. I
What?
miss that
You are
shit, man.
mad.
I miss my young 20s.
So see again, if you're taking advice from Michael,
No, it was so fun. Like,
I'm
it's
sorry.
exciting.
Okay,
like,
I'm really sorry.
Do you know the kind of obviously, you can never do those things again. Think about it.
I don't need my blood to rush
because
like that again.
yeah,
No.
and adrenaline you can't miss. Like the
I don't.
girl you like now actually is willing to sneak you in. Like if I'll secure you, and that's the worst part. Because we're younger then, so it wasn't like now that you know your game with you go secure now.
Yeah.
You are still playing roulette too. Because so even all that stress you've gone through, it doesn't
You're
mean
not
you're
sure
secure.
that
Yeah.
And I think the funny thing is, next generation will still experience stuff like this.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like there are circumstances
Maybe
they do
easier
things
with
like
them.
They have
See,
phones.
bro,
They
let me
have.
bust your head. My brothers, it's scary how life works. When I was in uni,
Oh, my brother did this by the way too. But
I bet you're one of them now. But mine are 10 and 12 years apart from me. So it's like I have babies. I have a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old brother.
Okay.
When I was 20 years old, I was sneaking girls in and stuff. That at least, it's not even like it's just girls that will come chill.
Yeah,
Worst
yeah,
case
just
is a
come
kiss.
and chill, yeah.
And my brothers then are 10 and 8 years old. I
think
were
that was the
watching
saddest part.
everything.
Because it was just a kiss.
Yeah,
back then.
no, but that kiss felt like heaven, bro.
Nah, that kiss there.
Bro, back then, that
was
kiss
just
is
a
like
kiss
you
back
made
the
it.
kiss was not the heaven.
See.
The presence, like the fact
The
that
presence-
she's within your.
It was always very awkward. So you'd be
I
like,
told you.
okay.
Yes.
So what did you do
And
today?
see, bro, when I tell you there were
want to
some
eat
girls
something?
there that used to come, bro. That's why I said it's actually annoying how, as an adult, those kind of things go away until you find the one. But then that baddie that you've been on BBM for a long time or Twitter for a long
BBM.
time, she finally agrees to come to the island that day, and you say, "All right, baby girl, don't worry, I live in Nico. It's not too far away from the mainland. It's the first one on the island." Bam, she comes in, 20 years old. I did shake. Because I still remember there was this one baddie. The funny thing is, the girls in modern now or in Canada and all that. Almost, but even at 20, she had it. Bro, I remember the first day she came to my house, I was just sweaty. I told my brothers, and my brothers too, like they learned
They're all
early.
cool. Yeah,
Anytime
yeah,
they
yeah,
saw
yeah.
certain girls,
They
if
just
they were
arrange.
quiet, they liked that.
Yes.
My brothers will see me do that stuff. Girls come in. Now, fast forward 10 years later, there's one day I came home from work. It's 9 p.m. Think about it. It's 9 p.m. from my 18-year-old brother. I just walk into the living room. Yeah, Wana, how are you? Hey, what's up? Hey.
Yeah, that's it.
You're like, excuse me?
I mean, I'm thinking it's one babe that's waiting. I was so scared. I said, which
like,
girl is waiting for me here?
Yeah.
I see just one young girl with my brother just chilling there. I'm like,
As in, check the time again.
it's 9 o'clock.
You would even be the one to call your mom, like, sorry,
No,
you,
bro,
do you know
I
that
went-
your son has
Bro,
a babe?
I went straight to dad. My bro, I go into dad mode. That's why it's so messed up because I'm the one that did the wow. So I went to dad mode like, oh, sorry, I wanna come real quick, please. Answer my room.
Remember what I said earlier? When you've done it, it's easier
Yes,
for you
it's
to
right,
fuck when
yeah.
other people are
So
doing
I
it.
called him to the room. I said, how far? He said, what? I said, what do you mean what?
said, what do you
also,
mean what?
it's 9
You've
o'clock.
done it. He's seen you. You have no moral
Bro,
ground.
but
You-
that's it. I couldn't girl at my house by 9 p.m. In me. You have to be out the house by
No,
5.
no.
My mom comes home by 6. You have to be out by 5
my
o'clock.
mom did it for me all through the while when I was growing up. Even post 18, girls couldn't come visit me.
Oh, wow.
To be very
Oh,
honest.
yours was
So wait, girls couldn't be you to when?
till when you moved out, I'm guessing?
So right after uni, I've
Just-
lived alone.
yeah.
But the mind was just never, because first child. I don't know if it was the first child thing. So one day, a couple of years ago, I think maybe last year or 2 years ago, I just go say hi to my mom, and I see my younger brother and his girlfriend in the house, and I'm like,
Then you look at your mom,
no, straight. I went to her room. I'm like, wait,
explain yourself, please.
do you know there's somebody in the room? She was like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Is the confidence they say
no.
to
I'm like, yes. When did that happen? And I just leave it, and I go to my brother, and I'm like, when? How long has she been here? And I said, okay, you know what? A lot of this now. And then I go back to my mom. I'm like, how did I suffer for this? And they are the ones enjoying
It's
it.
definitely a firstborn thing, don't worry. Because for me
Why
too,
you two? What about your brothers?
My-
How many? You guys are 3 again.
we're 4 boys, so
Well,
I'm the
4
first
boys.
of 4 boys,
Hey.
yeah.
It is so crazy that even now, whenever, okay, so I'm fixing my place, I'm with my mom. It's just weird to just have people just come visit me. I'm like, nah,
No, that
just
trauma
don't
never
come.
leaves you.
I'm like, no,
It
just
never leaves
don't
you.
come. I'd rather come to your place, or we can make something, which is
Trauma
weird.
literally never leaves you.
Also, because I've lived alone for the longest time, so I'm used to my
You're
own
used to your own
space. So I'm
space,
just
yeah.
like,
It doesn't
just
leave you.
don't.
Like, see, I was telling someone that, like, the fact that no matter what, so you see, when you put yourself in the shoes of the parents, you get to understand why they even did a lot of parenting that way. Because think about it. Let's say you and I now become fathers.
What do you mean?
What
by
do you know
let's
you're going
say?
to do?
You don't intend
Oh,
to
I
become
know.
father?
No, I'm not saying you don't know, but I'm saying in the end,
I get
it's
to
still
whoop- I
it's still
get to whoop
testing.
my
You don't know
child.
how your son is going to behave. You know what you're going to say to him.
You know what I've told God? You know when they say God will give you what you can't handle.
Exactly.
So me, I'm just like, if
God
I
has
was
a
like
very funny
this,
sense of humor,
I'm
by the way.
prepared. Hopefully you have some of your mother's personality that calms you down.
Trust me.
But if you want to do mano, I'm ready. But I'm not going to fight you. That was the mistake my mother made. My mother,
wow,
you see, it's
I'm
two stubborn
screaming.
personalities that have been.
It says the
but
person that
we
goes
understand
into
it.
dad mode
But
at
you
9
see,
p.m.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Even that dad mode, I talk to my brother. Even that dad mode is just talk to you as a guy. Like, all right, like even me, they're not as bad. Even in fact, they have the potential to be worse. They're 6 foot something, tall boys, fine boys. They've seen a lot, so they have the game. But they've calmed down because even from early, I used to just tell them like, hey, be this, be this. Like, I'm sure for you guys now, let me ask you guys now, even growing up, like, for me, I grew up with my older brothers, older cousins. So a lot of guys here, like, we all grew up together. So I was always around women. So I took different lessons that there was still that excitement and wild stuff, but then I was still able to be calm in a way just because I had older people around me. So with that now, as I got as an adult, like 20s and all that, that's why I said I went through some excitement stuff, but it was never overboard because one, I had some lessons already. Two,
Right.
I always looked at my younger brother.
Yeah,
So even
yeah.
you guys as firstborns, like,
Yeah.
how was that? That's why I said even talking to them, I had to realize, yo, you can only do certain things that they can see.
So so you know what? Let me even give you a very good instance. So I have tattoos now, right? But I didn't get my tattoos until when I was 28. Now I've wanted tattoos since I was like 20. Like and I'm not one of those people who likes things on impulse.
Shit, I just clocked the math you said.
Yeah.
20. Oh, that's when you got your first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Mad.
Exactly. Right now, I had even left my parents and I was living alone, and I still couldn't get a tattoo. That's to let you know. So you mentioned something about some certain things you can't do in front of them.
Yeah.
It was put in my brain that I couldn't do any of those. That's the minute I do, I've opened up the door.
Yeah,
for that.
they do
And
that.
I'll be the one they'll blame. Be like, I see now you don't tattoo now. That's why your brother has got to get it. That's why your brother get it. Now, even after I got my tattoo, I had to hide it from them for like a whole year.
Mad.
And you
this
were
is-
already
this-
an adult.
do you understand? A 28-year-old turning 29, still trying to hide it. I'm just like, and they got to find out, and I was like, wait, hold on. So one day, my dad just got me like, oh, so I mean, we've seen your tattoos. Like, why? I said, because I want them. It's my personal decision.
Come on.
Do you understand? And like I said, I don't make decisions on impulse. My dad is just always worried that when you're frivolously youthful and it's just I've seen people do it. I want to. He doesn't just like people who make decisions based on those. So I had to just make him understand. Look, this is my personal decision. I have a story behind them. Like this, it's something I wanted. Now, fast forward to later. All my brothers piercings. Every last one of them. I don't have any piercings. Every last one. I had to ask my mom. Sorry, do you know? They all know. In fact, I'm even the one that is advocating for it now and saying when they see it, they're like, let him live his life, please. No, and when it was my turn, there was
we suffered. Firstborns,
firstborns were experiments.
So trust me, I know what you mean when it comes to like certain things you can't do. And even though you're in dad mode, point is when you actually become a father, because again, putting myself in my father's shoes now, you're hoping for a certain kind of child. Do you understand? But it's whatever. Like,
you know what? But you know what you just said now. You're still gonna have that hope, but I feel like even for our generation, we're getting better. That no matter what, that hope will be there.
Yeah,
but
of course.
There's every generation. There's something that can get better or worse, and I feel like for us, we've had a phase in life, all of us, especially us millennials, that depending on who you are and your experiences, there's a way you can actually connect with your child more than our parents did. You get what I'm saying?
That I fully agree with.
Because like even now that my mom is in her later years, I'm in my later years now, that it's like we have a lot more adult talks. That's still sometimes a struggle.
Clash,
but no matter what, it's been an improvement that is like adult talks, that's still a long way to go. While us now, because we've been through all that already, at least for me personally, it's like still I'm going to be I'm a protective dude with family and people I love.
Right.
So that one's never going to go away. Yeah. But with certain situations now, again, you still have to hope, even with when you talk to them now, that they will still go and take some advice.
Exactly.
You see what I said? Some, not even my advice.
I'm laughing because
I'm ready.
You said that like you can actually relate to that particular.
I'm ready. Because myself, I know I have strong head. So
at the end of the day, you can't do more than your power. Yeah, you can only try.
Yeah. So in the end, this still boils back to, please, if you're going to take anybody to your parents' house, just you have to. Just be honest with them. If you cannot be honest, then just don't worry about it.
So let me ask one more question because of time now, even relating to this. Because, this has been a topic, basically. It's turned into different topics now. But one more question now, because of time. It's like, imagine if you have a daughter. If any of us have daughters now, and she's going to ask you that question, or she's now, you catch her sneaking somebody in. Not that she's sleeping with them.
Yeah.
But just snuck a boy in.
Yeah.
How are you guys go? Because I really just sat down. I was like,
me
that I'm just bragging. Like, I used to be doing this shit. I was like, wait to.
I've thought about this 1 million times, and let me tell you what.
Somebody may have to die.
Okay, so for me, I'm actually kind of different because now.
They're going to come for
let me
you.
tell you why. I'm different because I'm
my house.
Extremely realistic, right? And by being realistic, I mean I've done certain things which are in line with what my child is now also doing, right? So what moral ground do I have to want to kill her for her deeds?
No, but why are you killing her?
Yeah, no, obviously not. Yes. So what moral grounds do I have? Now, I can but you see, I think it's important to also ask what kind of relationship I've built to my daughter to that point. And the kind of relationship I see myself building is talk to me. There's no need being sneaky around me. Talk to me, be honest with me, and blah, blah, blah. If after that, she still comes and still just
I know that it's my life. I'm going to do what I want to do.
No, which is my life.
Oh,
no,
you know why both of you are scaring me? Because
no, you haven't asked me what I'm going to do.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If my daughter, funny enough, so I want to have 3 girls.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
Why are you afraid of having girls?
You don't understand. I'm not afraid. I'll talk.
If my daughter comes and goes, I want to have a boy over and everything, I'm going to pause. I'm going to look. I'm like, okay. I'm going to leave the house. And I'm going to tell my wife that this is what your daughter is doing. Handle it.
Do you know what's funny?
I'm not going to kill myself.
I was just like this.
I'm actually going to leave the house.
I'm just going to call my wife's name. If it's Joke, Joke. Come and talk to your daughter. I can't.
What do you mean by talk to your daughter?
No, I'm not sure.
If you tell her to talk to your daughter, then you're giving her. No, I don't
that's my first response.
I don't want her to have a reasonable conversation. See what your daughter is doing. Handle it.
I just know I'm that kind. I'm very African.
The next parental problem we have.
See, let me be real. That's my first response, because naturally, if I have a partner, if I have a girlfriend, like I always just go to her the problem like easily just to vent.
Yeah.
So I had to vent to her to just calm down. Then now, because I've grown up with women a lot, I know how to have those conversations. Now, the problem is, like you said, that more thing, because I did it, there's a difference.
It's the worst angle I don't think you guys have
considered. Why is there a difference?
Now, let me tell you why
there's the worst angle you haven't considered.
I never did, if I'm being real, this is MENISMS. I never did anything with a girl that she snuck into her father's home.
Right. One.
I definitely
I have moral. That's what I said. My moral. Your father is here. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. Now, if it's your mama's house, there's a difference, but it sounds bad. I know, but your father's house, I can die. Me, on the other hand, yes, I snuck into my mother's house, but I know this is where they're going to play the gender role thing. Fine. But you see how I just said that statement in terms of if she tried to sneak me into her house and her father was there, I wouldn't do it. So it's like, for me, it's like, damn.
There's one angle
I can see the dude, like, I can see the dude, like, now, if, like, you're just walking and just say, like, oh, hi, dad. And then I see this, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
No,
we're going way out of line here. So,
sit down.
You didn't understand what I was saying there.
Who is your father?
Because what I was saying was...
How old are you?
I wasn't saying I was creating an atmosphere where she's going to be like, oh, daddy, meet my guy I just brought. No. I'm saying that she should know that she has fucked up for not telling me, oh, dad, can I bring a guy over? If you tell me that, can I bring a guy over? I'm like, okay, cool, but no funny business. I know you still try and be sneaky about it, but see, let me tell you, the truth is that...
The thing is, it's actually better if she asks.
Yeah, because the truth is that she'll still end up...
You still have to build that relationship.
The only difference is behind my back. But now, we're not going to have a relationship where your guys telling me, what's up? If I slap the what's up from your mouth...
I'll kill you.
No, but there's an angle you haven't considered.
What angle? Yeah, you've been...
What if your daughters are exactly like you?
So that's no.
I know you didn't think about it that way.
I have thought about it, and that's exactly.
God won't give you what you can't handle. God won't give you what you can't handle. God won't give you what you can't handle.
I don't have the moral ground because I'm the kind of person who works with worst case scenarios.
Right.
And the worst case scenario is that she actually ends up wanting to bring guys the way I was bringing girls.
No, but that's not what they mean by. That's what I said. Like,
that many guys,
so it's like it's like your personality more is like, okay, me, I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
Can my daughter be stubborn? Yes. And the problem is, I'm now going to be the one that's saying, it's a son, because me, I'm a girl. I
you
can
have to
see
be
it.
the one to...
Like, God knows He has to give me a son so I can just mellow. Because
God has a funny
no, because if I have it, I'm
Yeah,
finished.
God has
They're going
a
to
funny
sell
sense.
me. They're going to see all this hard guy, bad guy, and all that. See, I'm talking all this now. Oh, no. I've seen it with my nieces. Like, I'll be talking shit. That's my nieces. Like, damn. Like, this is just messed up. But like I said, like, I can't even think of it.
No, so I see, that's the thing. So if my daughter ends up being like me, so first of all, that would be good, right? Because it makes it easier for me to navigate her emotions, her behavioral traits.
Fair.
So I'll just be telling her, don't lie, you thought about doing this, this, and this. See, don't worry, that's me too. That's what I would do. It puts me in a position where I can still reinstill that. Just be honest with me. Like, you can even still do some sneaky things I won't find out. But if you know it's the one that I can find out, just tell me first.
But you know what's funny? We're saying this now, but that means low-key, you know with boys it can be worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, with boys...
Low-key now, this whole...
Boys
the circle, the back and forth we are having is because of knacks eventually.
Indeed.
No,
I'm
going to play the devil. Same knack where everybody done the knack. That is not an issue now.
So you see what I'm saying?
My boy, if my son comes and do it.
No, your daughter. Your daughter.
What do you mean?
Like,
what happened? Wait, I'm lost. What happened?
Okay. Sorry.
What's up?
So let me tell you why this is because so funny. Because the moment we try to put perspective, then you suddenly didn't hear anything.
No, I didn't. Wait.
Exactly. You didn't catch it.
Post shift.
You didn't catch it. We understand.
Wait, no, I promise you, I didn't. It's because even the daughter thing I was emotional. Like, so what did you say just now?
So your daughter is essentially bringing a guy over,
just imagine the guy being you.
For knacks.
Like how you were being brought over, how you were bringing a girl over. Just imagine that's the kind of guy she's bringing to the house.
I'm okay. You know what? I'm okay with it. No, I'm not bad. I'm not.
So.
No, you see, it's perspective in life. Because it depends what year.
Let me make it
Are we
worse.
talking undergrad, Michael? Are we talking
postgrad?
No, I'm actually going to make it worse.
NYC,
I'm going to make it worse.
I was innocent. Oh, I was a playboy, but I was innocent.
I'm going to make it worse.
So what are we saying?
I'm going to make it worse.
You don't mind your kind of guy with your daughter?
My kind of guy is. That's why I said there's a period of life that she cannot bring.
He's going to use it. I'm going to make it worse for him.
Undergrad, Michael, 2012 to 2016. Go possible.
That's a very long time, bro.
Hold on. Now, this is going to get more interesting. So your daughter is not going to meet undergrad Michael. She's going to meet this version of you, older version, which is probably cool. So the gist she's going to be giving her guys, yeah, my dad is cool, is everything. So homeboy has a different perception about you.
Let me ask you a question. If it's right now, Michael.
Yeah.
Such an angle. Jesus.
No.
I didn't reason everything.
Wait. If it's right now, as we're
Because now
sitting
you're
here,
gonna have what's up, bro?
if we're sitting,
Exactly.
no, who say what's up, bro?
Yeah,
I did
because
say,
you're a cool dad.
I'm a cool what?
She
I'm
would
a
even
cool
be
what?
like- she would
No.
even be like, oh no, my dad. They always even say good afternoon.
Yeah,
Just
he's
like
okay.
just like-
There's a reason I'm building my street cred right now, because even the son outside, if you go outside, whose scenario on there? See,
Can you
let
imagine
him know on streets that I will
No,
kill you.
but you're going to be a cool dad.
To my daughter.
But that's the version she knows.
No.
Exactly.
So
You
she
see-
will say he's only cool to me.
No, it's the same way my wife. My wife is gonna see the softest nigga ever. But she also knows I'm a street nigga at the same time.
Yeah, because she's now
my
seeing
daughter
you-
too is going to see that side. Like, my daddy is the best, but my daddy can beat you. See the difference? There's a difference.
But then there's going to be social media.
That's
Like,
why I said now,
I
even
checked
me-
your dad on
even me
Instagram.
now,
Your
if
dad
you bring
looks
somebody
cool.
like me now, it's
Especially
like
if you still have an IG
he's
page
charming.
by then.
Okay, he's a charming
Exactly.
guy. He's a charming guy.
Sunday
But
till
I
I
know-
show-
He's actually
Your dad is
going.
Sunday till I show-
Yeah, he's actually going to come and charm you.
Restrict.
No, I promise
He
you're going to come and charm me.
He
Yeah.
would even tell you, oh, sir, I've been looking up to you. Soften it.
It gets
Soften
worse.
Sir, I've been looking up to
It gets
Sunday till I
worse.
show.
Baba,
It
I
gets
don't know
worse.
anymore.
Oh my goodness,
I don't
it
know
gets
anymore.
worse.
There's no worse.
Homeboy will come and be like, oh yeah, my dad and your dad used to roll back in the day.
That's the end. See, I'm sorry, but that's the end. Imagine that you're
I promise
You know what?
I can keep going.
In our generation, it's possible.
It is possible.
Your father,
No worry, nothing will happen.
Imagine
If
that
they
it's
should do
my
anything
son
to you,
now.
come and tell
So
me.
imagine that's my son, your daughter.
What have you seen? You only saw a period of me.
And so my that's all I needed, because that way, like,
Is that my whole life?
In fact,
Is that my whole life?
but my point is that you can't report. You can't now come and say you
Yeah.
killed the son, then find out it's my son. Exactly.
If it's your son,
Dumb,
I'll have a talk with you.
dumb.
Naturally,
I'll have a talk with you. I will have a talk
with
with you.
because how can she be just dragging my son into your house?
What?
How can your daughter just drag my son into your house?
I
What do
love
you mean
it.
your
She
daughter?
should have advised against
Wait,
it.
so you're saying my son?
Your daughter.
Yeah.
No, you just said your daughter.
No, I
No,
said
it's
my
your
son.
daughter,
Let's-
his
No,
son.
let's say your daughter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. This is wild. This is wild.
Oh yeah, guys,
We can't
we cut the
predict-
time.
yeah,
We're going to
yeah,
end
yes.
it. God. Do you know what's scary? This thing in 5 years. This
Yup.
not scary.
No, this
in
is
5 years.
this is an actual
This is
issue.
and that's why I said
This is an
that
actual
we must
issue.
always learn to put ourselves in our parents' shoes, because we keep just thinking they just became parents. Don't forget that this was someone
No,
that
it
was
was
also
a
25 and 26 at
Exactly.
some point. And in that time, there was, you see, in fact, we have more help here because social media feeds you some of that information. The things you didn't know, you just see somebody else experiencing fatherhood and sharing their experiences. Then what do they have?
Actually,
They also just met people who were fathers.
I'm going to gas you guys up a bit. You also have people who are listening to MENISM, and then they can send messages and say, you know what,
guys hear
we
that?
heard your
From
advice,
the horse's
and
mouth.
we could able to
From the
do
horse's
X, Y, Z, like the lady who sent a message about how
you
you
go.
guys helped her with a
horse's
marriage.
mouth.
So yeah, I guess now it's easier. We might be able to find help.
Exactly.
I mean, think
Yeah,
about
so-
lockdown parents. How did they do it?
Let me tell you. See that lockdown? In fact, I believe that lockdown shook so many Nigerian parents. Because have you noticed that there's been a lot more leniency, a lot more... I mean, just generally across parents.
Yeah, because they actually had to be with their children. In Nigeria, you're never with your parents. This is the first time we go meet each other.
Exactly. And when that happened, I guess a lot of retrospect, a lot of, okay, so this is who we are. In fact, you get to see... So, then, maybe your son, daughter was in 9 to 5. And so you only see them morning when they're going to work, night when they come
Hello,
back.
mom. Good morning, dad. Good morning.
But then now you have to see them work from home, and they have to tell you, "I'm busy." So all the time you say, "Oh yeah, come and watch." I'm working.
You know, last thing.
That thing changed a lot of perspective.
Bro, even now, my mom did the other day. I was on a phone call with one company and talking that, your parents will come. Mario, why not?
You're always
And I'm
on
like
the
this,
phone.
I'm like this, mom. She's like, Mario. And then I had to just pause it. Mom, there's a multinational on the phone. I beg of you.
Can you please?
Thank you. And you see how you're still being respectful. Thank you.
Exactly.
I appreciate it. Okay. But because of time, we have to go, guys. My
Yeah.
G, thank you so much. This was actually a very
pretty
organic
interesting.
conversation.
It was pretty
Like, this was a very
I love
organic
this. I
conversation.
love
Like,
this.
again, where can the people find you?
Instagram,
self-plug.
Instagram, Twitter. My Instagram handle is official Adekunle Olopade. Twitter handle is Adekunle Olopade.
Cool.
That's
I mean,
it.
we'll both follow you now. Once
I'm going to follow you back. Oh yeah. Also, I need to make a favor request. I
Yes.
don't go out. I'm not an outside guy.
Okay.
I want to start going out.
Have you heard of Sunday Elisha?
Everybody has. I've heard of Sunday Elisha.
So
I need. No, so it's a case of, and I'm very strong-willed. If you tell me come out, I'll find a way to whistle out of it. But I actually need people.
That's
to
a very
pull
good
me out.
warning.
Don't worry.
I need people to. I need to be outside.
That's easy. That's easy.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. Again, thank you guys for tuning into MENISMS. We appreciate you. We'll be back again next week as usual. Make sure you subscribe to all our audio platforms. Make sure you keep watching on all the channels. And until next time, I'm Michael Sonario.
And I'm Mura Welcome.
And we'll see you guys